Easy British pancakes with honey and lemon. Make sure that you watch the recipe entirely in order to get the best results. Now, British pancakes are a very popular and easy dessert to make. I'm not sure that if this recipe is even entirely British because I'm Romanian, but are very popular in Romania and probably around the world. Now, if you're gonna follow this recipe till the end, I'm sure that by the end of this video, with these ingredients here, which are not many as you can see, you'll be able to produce an easy but amazing dessert. Now, I've got here 300 grams of plain flour, or call it all-purpose flour if you want to. But what I want to say is that it's really important to sift your flour. Not that it might have some sort of impurities into the flour, which in some situations it might, and you're going to get rid of them doing it. But it also aerates the flour, which will help improving your end results, because that's what we want. We want to get some amazing pancakes. So make sure that you do this process. The next ingredient that we're going to go in with is salt. And this is really important because it will balance all this sweetness that we've got into the end result. Because after that, most likely your pancake will be with something sweet. So you want some salt in there to balance this whole thing. Now, I've got here 2 whole eggs. What's important, in my opinion, this is kind of like a side note, but try to crack them separately in a bowl to see if the eggs are okay before you going with them into the flour. Because if they're not, then you need to start again. So make a well into the flour, eggs go in. Then we are following with 2 tablespoons of melted butter. This is unsalted butter. Obviously, if it's salted, make sure that you don't add salt in the first place. Lemon. All I'm gonna use from this lemon is the zest. So the zest from 1 lemon goes in. After this, we are following with about 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. If you've got vanilla pods, which are a lot more expensive, but if you've got some, it's even better. If not, use vanilla essence. This will give you a really nice vanilla flavor, but not too strong. Don't go too much. Don't overpower the whole thing. Once this has been added, I've got here 400 milliliters of milk. But to this milk, I also want to add 100 milliliters on the other side of water. I want to combine the water with the milk. You could go milk all the way if you want to, but I just feel, you know, that this kind of like works well between water and milk. It's not too milky, it's not too watery, if that makes sense. It just works well in my opinion. Gradually, you want to go in with the milk without forming any lumps. And you want to incorporate the milk into the flour. It looks like perfect consistency to me, but the way you test it is when you get it into the pan. Get one, see how it goes, and then if it doesn't look right, you might need to adjust your whole mixture. No lumps whatsoever, that's what we're looking for. Otherwise, all these lumps, you know, you'll see them into your pancake and it's gonna be like lumps of flour every here and there. It's not nice. So make sure that you give it a good mix. And once you've done that, you're gonna end up with something like this. Set the pan on medium-high heat. If you've got a pancake pan, even better. If you don't have one and it's non-stick, that's probably your winning solution, because using a non-stick pan will just make your life so much easier. Not that you can't do it in other ways, but non-stick just helps for this recipe. And if it happens that you don't have a non-stick pan and you want to buy one, I'm gonna leave an affiliate link down below. Just get one for yourself. You're not gonna get me any reach, but at least you're gonna have one for your future pancake recipes. Okay, so veg oil. You can use butter if you want to, but since we already added butter into the mixture, I'm gonna go with veg oil. Something like rapeseed oil or sunflower oil, something that doesn't have too much of a strong taste will do well for this recipe. Just spread the oil all over the pan before you adding anything else into it. And now, let's see. It feels like we need another 50 milliliters of liquid in here. You can go with 50 milliliters of milk or water, but it just feels like you need just a touch more to get it at the right consistency. You don't really know right from the beginning. Sometimes the flour is just not exactly like the previous one you bought, so you can adjust as you go. Okay, more water goes in. Yeah, that looks better now. You don't want to go too thick, but in the same time, you don't want to go extremely thin, because this is not like a French crepe, but it's also not like an American pancake, which is a lot thicker. So you need to be somewhere in between, but probably closer to the French crepe than the American pancake, if that makes sense. I like the way it looks, the way it kind of like spreads in the pan. Now we got to the right consistency just by adding another 50 milliliters of liquid. You know that your pancake is ready to flip at the time that you see the edges of the pancake unpeeling from the pan And also, the mixture you've added, it solidifies completely. So that's the time when you flip it. Once you're done with the whole mixture, you can take these miles away from here. You can go with chocolate sauce, you can go with jams that you prefer, but I like adding a touch of honey and just a bit of icing sugar with a squeeze of lemon. And that's pretty much it. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more simple recipes like this. I'll see you in the next one.